Hello guys, today's video we're gonna do a quick review and a little bit like instruction on this Toxic Pro 1000. This is the angle maker. Okay, so what it does, it is when you have a car, it's like you set up like this, like the bumpless. So most of my car is bumpless, like this one and this one. Okay, so basically you cut all the front and make another like carbon fiber for the underplate, and your roller stay is gonna be set on top of the underplate. So this is the underplate I'm talking about. So basically when you mount like this, and your roller stay gonna be mounted right here. Okay, so the problem you're gonna have after that, it is you got no angle. Okay, so remember on the front roller you need a little bit angle to keep your car having a little bit downforce. Okay, so without any angle plate or any like setting, so this thing right here totally flat. It's 180 degree. Even you putting a little pieces, the roller stay right here, still gonna be 180 degrees. So the next problem it is how we gonna make the angle. Okay, so previously a couple months ago I make a video. We talking about using this little piece of paper and cutting small pieces and put on the back of the plate right here to keep a little bit of angle like this. Okay, so with this tool right here, so we can actually do a special angle plate like this one. This is made by the item number 15193, and this is FRP reinforced plate. So with this tool right here, we can make angle plate, which is right here. Let me give a better angle, you can see it. So okay, as you can see, these little pieces right here have a little bit like offset. So this is thinner, this is thicker, so it's create an angle. Okay, so if you put this piece right here, okay, and then you mount the roller stay on top of that, and in this case, as you can see, we can have the angle. Okay, like this one right here. Okay, so it's created an angle for the front roller stay. So actually this is very useful. Okay, as you can see on this special tool, they got a number. Okay, the number is smaller, which means the biggest angle. Okay, so you got number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. And I'm not exactly sure how much degree the angle, but by I'm looking at, looks like it is like it's about 11 degree, and the number 2 looks like 9 degree, number 3 it looks like 7 degree, and number 4 looks like 5 degree. Okay, so normally like a Super 2 chassis and a VS chassis and the Super XX chassis, we normally only gonna using a number 4, which is right here. This is 5 degree, unless you want to go 7 degree, but I think 7 degree, which is number 3, that's maybe too much. So I always keep my car about around like a 5 degree on the front roller setting right here. So it really depends. If you have like last year 2014, like the Japan Cup Fujiyama lane change, you probably need a 7 degree. But normally you want to keep your car a little bit down and you want to keep your car a little bit faster, you have to using a 5 degree or either less. But anyway, so next we're gonna do a demonstration how to do the angle plate, and I'm recommend people to using the FRP Popsicle like this one right here, because this one is easy to trim. Okay, if you want to using carbon fiber, which is fine, but it's take longer time because it's really hard, you know. Okay, so before we start it, what do we need? We need a double-sided tape, which is right here. Okay, and we also need the number 100 sandpaper, which is right here. So you can use number 200, which is works a little bit better, but it takes longer time. So for this video, I'm just gonna using a number 100 because it works a little bit faster. So okay, first we're gonna using double-sided tape to apply on the top of the angle plate maker. Okay, just make sure it's long enough to cover the whole thing. Okay, and today's demonstration I'm gonna using angle number 4. This is actually 5 degree. So next, I'm just gonna go ahead using a scissors or either cutters. Doesn't really matter, to remove the extra pieces. Okay, so just gonna go ahead. Unless you have the the size exactly fit to this angle plate maker. Otherwise, if you have extra pieces on the tools, you have to remove it. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead get cut a small pieces of the sandpaper. Okay, so we're only gonna cut the size we need. Okay, just gonna go ahead and cut it like this. It's about right there. Yeah, it's about right there. Okay. So next, set these pieces on top of the flat surface, and next we're just gonna go ahead and apply this one on top of the angle plate maker and make a stick on it like this. Okay, so next, same thing, we're gonna go ahead and fix the extra pieces which is on the top of the angle plate. So it's gonna be looks like this. You see the angle plate. So we're gonna try if it's fits. So still have to remove a little bit more, because if you keep too much extra on the side, it won't really fit to here. Okay, it's gonna be looks like this. So right now it fits. Okay, next we're gonna open the package. Take out the two popsicle right here. Make sure you're gonna using two. The other one for the base support, the other one, the top one, is gonna be the one with the one we're gonna trim off. Okay. So next, and get another 2 screw. Okay. And you probably need about, let's try 5mm first. Okay, you're gonna put another screw on the back. So right here, see back up 2 hole. This is actually it's a thread. Okay, so you can screw in. So let's try it. 5mm. Okay, so 5mm actually fits. So let me go ahead and do the other one real quick. Okay. So you have to having a screw stick out a little bit more like this, so you can put this base. Okay, and this is destination pieces, so the one we're gonna trim off. Okay, it's gonna be looks like this. Okay, so next, it's very easy. It just puts on and it's starting to grind it like this. Okay, it's taken me about 5 minutes. So after I finish it, you can see, let me give a better angle if you can see the detail. So you can see it's already have the angle. Okay, same this side. It looks like pretty even. Okay, but it's really takes some time. And so this is 5 degrees. So let's go ahead and put on to see the result. So by using it, highly recommend, because all the mounting point right here is gonna be in the middle. Okay, so highly recommend using a cutter to remove the both end. We're gonna using both end as a counterpiece for the supporting. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead take these little pieces off like this. So it's really up to you how many you want to keep. For my situation, I only need to keep up to here. So we're just gonna go ahead, cut it. Because this is FRP, you can using a plastic cutter. If it's like a carbon fiber, you only can using the Dremel or either any kind of like melting machine. Okay, so after cut it, make sure you fix a little bit edges right here because it's gonna have a little bit damage. Can cause the angle a little bit not right. So make sure fix edges a little bit. Okay, so this is gonna be looks like. So we're gonna set this thing right here. Okay, gonna put this one right here and one screw on the bottom. Okay, and these little pieces, the roller mounting, the roller stay. Okay, then another pieces right here. So as you can see right now, it's very opposite, only have a little bit angle. Okay, so for the next, best recommend you're gonna using the extra pieces right here. This is gonna be a counter piece on the top of that because you have angle to this way, so you have put another angle backward. So in this case, you put a nut on top, it's gonna be works a little bit better. Okay, so for this situation, I highly recommend you to using a cut again to trim off the extra pieces. You're only gonna keep a little bit in the center, which is right here. Okay, so let me cut it off. Okay, so we're gonna keep this piece right here, same thing right here. So this is our counter piece. Okay, like this. And the next, we're gonna using two M2 lock nut to lock the top. Okay, so it's gonna be looks like this. You can see I have a little bit angle in the front right now. So let me go ahead, put on the setting board right here. Okay, so it's very opposite. You can see the angle. So let me go ahead using a put a screw on. Let's see how many degrees of angle with this one right here. So okay, it is 5 degrees. A little bit off, but not too much. Okay. Okay, so this is how this thing works. Okay, so it looks like it works pretty good, and plus you got extra pieces you can use for the other setting. It's really up to you. Okay, let me, before I end up this video, let me do a little bit like talking on these different angles. Okay, so as you know, the number 4 is 5 degrees, number 3 it is 7 degrees. Those used for the like Super 2 VS or either the XX bumpless setting. But number 1 and the number 2, be sure when you're using that you have to be really careful because that's a lot of angle. Okay, those two numbers you're only gonna using on the either AR or either MA. The reason why, because MA or either AR, when you do a bumpless, you will notice this angle is going up, like going to the other direction. So which means this one right here, it is not 180 degree, it is negative degree. So you need a more angle to bring your play a little bit more down, because the reason why, because if you put the plate right here, suppose you put a plate right here, see, it's tail up, it's not tail down. So you need a more angle to make it like, you know, a little bit more, because again, this is not 180 degree. Same as on the MA. So as you notice, this little bumpless mounting point right here, you go in this direction. So you need at least like a 9 or 11 degree to bring up down to make it like to be a 5 or 7 degree for the front roller setting. So it is kind of tricky. And if you have a chance, by chance you're setting up the bumpless, the MA or AR chassis, you will know what I'm talking about. It may be hard for you to understand, but usually the number 1 and number 2 we're using for the bumpless MA and AR. Okay, so number 3 and number 4 we're using for the Super 2, VS, Super XX, or anything have a like 180-degree flat bumpless setting. Okay, so anyway, thank you for watching my YouTube channel. If you have any question, just go ahead and leave a comment.